Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Stay Nation with your boy Stay for another Apex Legends video. Now, I'm super excited. Season 1 is right around the corner to being finished. And a matter of fact, it only has about a day and a half left at the time of this recording. It's going to be ending on Tuesday. But Season 2 is still quite a ways away. We're not going to be seeing that all the way up until July 2nd, which is a pretty big gap. A lot of people are calling it blank space, think there's going to be no new content in this, period in between the two seasons. And gratefully, I just don't think that's the case. Apex is on a roll right now while leading up until Season 2. And I think that we're possibly going to see some of the biggest changes we've ever seen to Apex in this gap between Season 1 and Season 2. So I got a theory I've developed today based on, pieces of information that just didn't add up to me and I still have questions about. So I'm going to get into that, but it all wouldn't have been possible without the original works of FrozenFroh and that one mining guy over on Reddit and Twitter. They put together an amazing theory of their own, which I'm now branching off of because of key pieces of information they have discovered by themselves. So I'm going to have their links down in the description below for you guys to go check out. And I'm going to get into what I got to say right now because I have a lot to talk about. So drop a like on the video, subscribe, join the Stay Nation. And let's get it. So referencing Frozen's theory, just to help you guys understand what I'm about to introduce, basically they discovered a new legend who could be coming to the game very soon, who goes by the name of Crypto. Okay, as a matter of fact, in the game's files there's actually what's called a Crypto laptop teaser, and it takes place right outside of Repulsor. Okay, but what is this teaser? Because we went there, I went there, and I even did some investigation to try to find some form of laptop, and I couldn't find nothing. So clearly it's not in the game yet. This is all stuff I covered in yesterday's video, but legends like Octane had a teaser, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had jump pads around market for people to try out, and basically that hinted the soon release of that new legend. Now, in yesterday's video, I was really torn because I was like, for all this chaos to happen, Crypto would have to come to Apex before Watson, but really sitting on that, I don't think he does. If it's a teaser and strictly a teaser, what Crypto does in Apex Legends, which I think is going to be the taking down of Repulsor, well, basically electronically. He's a hacker. He's going to hack the Repulsor tower and take the signal off. This could be Crypto's teaser that we could see anywhere in between this, gap in between Season 1 and Season 2. So I think he's going to do big things and then possibly come throughout Season 2, maybe midway, maybe near the end, when he's more relevant of a legend and his story ties into everything. So that's what I think about Crypto right now. It's really exciting because I would love to play with him, but sadly I don't think he's going to come until later on in the season. He's simply going to have a big teaser that's non-interactive. But now, what does most of the community think? Well, they think that Repulsor is going to be destroyed because in the Season 1 promo, there's a photo of the Repulsor tower that has been knocked and fallen over. And I don't know, man. Season 2's promo has a photo of a Repulsor tower standing straight up. And if the Leviathans and flyers are still here, which you can see a flyer in front of the Repulsor tower standing up in the Season 2 promo, that means that either the Repulsor tower was never taken down, okay, or it's just offline like Crypto is going to do. He's going to make the tower go offline, and the flyers and Leviathans are still raiding Kings Canyon. So this is what's really got me started. Like, this is what really made me start to question things. Okay, it made no sense to me. Watson is not someone who's capable of completely rebuilding a tower. We know that she's an extremely smart legend. Okay, in her lore little reveal at the Season 2 reveal at E3, basically Watson's father said she cracked the equations necessary to power the force field. Okay, she is an enthusiast when it comes to quantum laser mechanics, so she's got the brains. I don't think she would have to rebuild the tower, and I think Respawn has gone back on what's happened here and said, we're gonna leave this tower standing straight up, leave it hacked. And that's up to Watson to figure out through Season 2. And at the end of her little lore video, she even says, I did it, Papa. I hope wherever you are cheering for me. So I think she did accomplish something. I think she figured out the equations necessary to get the tower back online, and that the tower never gets knocked over. Okay, but why wouldn't the Leviathans destroy the tower? Because that's what a lot of people are thinking is going to happen right now. Well, basically the Leviathan who is on the move is not the focus. Okay, Respawn I think is throwing magician tactics at us to get us get our attention diverted away from what we really should be focusing on. The Leviathan that has been rotating to water treatment, now he's at airbase, he's just doing his own thing. Honestly, he could go behind the mountains on the other side of Kings Canyon and I couldn't care. But who we need to focus on right now is the Leviathan who has not budged. Okay, so looking at Frozen's theory again, he knows that Bridges is going to be flooded at some point. There's actually game files suggesting that there are deep water sounds in those files that we're now going to be able to hear when we are swimming in deeper waters we have not experienced before in Apex Legends. But what really got me concerned was, how is Bridges going to flood? So I went to the source. As you all know, water runs from one end of Kings Canyon to the other end of Kings Canyon. So I went to the end of Kings Canyon where the water runs off, and essentially it is a big waterfall leading into the ocean the Leviathan is standing at. But now when I got there, I was looking at the trajectory of the Leviathan. I'm going to show you an image on screen right now of where the Leviathan is standing. He's looking straight at this river. He was literally eyeballing me in the face. Okay, so he doesn't look like he's headed to Repulsor, and looking at the height of Repulsor, he would have to take one massive leap that's almost taller than him to actually get up and walk onto Repulsor. So I think that the Leviathan is going to come walking through this waterfall area, which has a bridge overlooking it, and if that crashes, that will block off the runoff into the ocean. But now that's a lot of space in between there and Bridges, so I'm like, if the Leviathan isn't going to head to Repulsor and destroy the Repulsor tower, which I don't think it is, it's going to destroy this bridge. It's going to cut off the waterfall. That's going to cause a clog up of things, but it's going to make a detour up the entire river of Apex Legends, man. I think this Leviathan is going to walk straight up the river. So now, if this waterfall gets plugged off, how would that flood Bridges? Bridges is just, part of the river. It's just going to keep flowing down. Well, if the Leviathan is making its way up there, it's now going to have to pass right through where Crypto hacked, and that canyon, that big overlooking rock, is what could clog up Bridges. If the Leviathan decides to walk through that or destroy that, that is more than enough to flood and block off the water flow from Bridges. Okay, that will cause a lot of chaos, and we can even see that Bridges is destroyed because it is being stepped on, but Bridges itself is not enough to clog up an entire river. It's just a little bridge. Water can flow through that, right? So that's what I'm thinking is going to go down. I don't think the Repulsor tower is going to be touched, but now we're still having the question, if that gets blocked off, how is the flooding going to stop? It's a never-ending case, you can see. Well, who knows what the Leviathan is going to do if it keeps heading on up the river, and that just adds more mystery in our hands. So I think this is the more in my opinion, based on what I've seen in game, I think this is the more realistic approach as to what's going to be going down in season 2. Obviously, this is going to cause a bunch of chaos in Apex Legends, and if Watson does manage to get this tower online, which I'm assuming she is going to be able to get it online, then this would take place in a separate game mode FrozenFroh had already suggested. You know what I mean? In the game's files, there is a game mode that goes under the name of Beast Hunter. So I think that in that game mode, all this chaos could take place. But aside from that, we could play regular Apex. So we're not dealing with flyers. We're not dealing with crazy map changes. We're not dealing with Leviathans walking all over the place. But that's my theory, guys. Based on where I went and dictating how Bridges would realistically flood, I think that the Leviathan isn't going to destroy the Repulsor. It's going to head up the river. And that's all I gotta say. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, man. If you did, please make sure you drop a like before you guys head on out of here. It was taking some serious brainstorming, man. Oh my god, my head was hurting in the process of making this video. But yeah, once again, drop a like, subscribe, join the Stay Nation. I will see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. Peace out.
Perfect.